Give me some more iron to crush this weakness forever. Fuel the absolute fire.
Dr. Marcus welds the molten black steel.
The chamber where heavy lifting is a brutal requirement of survival. Looking at the mirror and I recognize the reflection is my only true rival. Grip the knurling with a vicious intention to damage the structural stability, completely erasing the memory of the lazy people who lack the capability. Loading up the plates until the sleeve is fully packed with total destruction. Intimidating the competition with a rapid combination of kinetic assault. If you fail to maintain a rigorous tempo, then it is entirely your fault. Breaking the psychological barrier down into particles of insignificant dust. And the absolute purity of the heavy metal is the only concept I can trust. Sweat dripping down from the temple while the nervous system is fully on fire. Pile the weight on the bar until the chrome plates start to crack. Step to the platform and face the heavy attack with no turning back. Push through the threshold and yell out, give me some more iron tonight. Shatter the personal record completely with pure psychological might. Dominate every single repetition and conquer the ultimate load. Leave the entire arena behind you exploded in warrior mode. Feel the absolute quiet settle in before the heavy storm begins to arrive. This is the exact moment where we discover who is truly determined to survive. Take a deep breath and focus the mental energy on the cold metal ahead. Forget all the negative words that the cynical critics have previously said. Hypervelocity development hitting the element, making the opposition look small. Crushing the platform with a heavy mechanical pressure until the weak walls fall. Rapid succession of repetition, damaging competition with precise technical strike. Operating inside the parameters of an indestructible power that they dislike. Snap the cable and fracture the structural metal because the output is too immense. Final manifestation of the hardcore psychological warfare, taking control of the brain, channeling the pure animalistic instinct to override the accumulation of pain. Monolithic statue standing tall in the center of the chaotic gym floor landscape. There is no possibility of a peaceful resolution and absolutely no path of escape. Crush the handle and bend the titanium steel with the absolute force of the grip. Pile the weight on the bar until the chrome plates start to crack. Step to the platform and face the heavy attack with no turning back. Push through the threshold and yell out, give me some more iron tonight. Shatter the personal record completely with pure psychological might. Dominate every single repetition and conquer the ultimate load. Leave the entire arena behind you exploded in warrior mode. The physical labor is successfully finished and the ultimate test has been passed. Every single boundary holding the metric back has been completely shattered at last. Give me some more iron was the aggressive battle cry that carried us through the night. Now the platform lies in complete ruin under the heavy weight of psychological might. Woo-Hah in check is the definitive mindset to lock down the platform.
Dr. Marcus commands the iron load.
To the rack and feel the heavy metal pressure. Crushing the limits is the only valid measure. Load up the bar and let the iron start to bend. This is the zone where all the lazy habits end. psychological warfare when I step inside the room, lifting the mountain to eradicate the gloom. Grit in my teeth and the power in my veins, savage momentum overriding all the pains. Lock the entire platform down in absolute check, build up a monument right on top of the rack. Shatter the physical limits and conquer the cold. This is the greatest warrior story ever told. Rise from the darkness with the power they cannot stop. Dominate completely till you stand at the top. Listen to the silence right before the plates rattle. Focus the mind to win the internal battle. Every single repetition leaves a deep scar. Look at how far we have pushed the heavy bar. Hypervelocity development, hitting the target fast. Dropping the hammer to ensure the weakness cannot last. Shocking the system with the technical sequence so clean. Operating with the power of a giant machine. Unstoppable monster leaving the platform in complete ruin. Look at the numbers and the damage that I am doing. Crush all the handles and ignore the cellular strain. This is the final definition of conquering pain. The entire platform down in absolute check. Build up a monument right on top of the rack. Shatter the physical limits and conquer the cold. This is the greatest warrior story ever told. Rise from the darkness with the power they cannot stop. Dominate completely till you stand at the top. The storm has subsided, but the dominance remains clear, wiping out every single ounce of hesitation and fear. Woo-Hah in check has officially settled the score.
There are no boundaries left to hold you anymore.
Anarchy in the Rack destroys the quiet order of this iron cage today.
Dr. Marcus orchestrates total structural rebellion.
To the platform and look at the titanium rack holding their heavy load. I am ready to detonate all of the energy like a volcano in warrior mode. Grip on the steel with the vicious intent to completely dismantle the frame. Erasing the memory of lazy competitors who are playing a confident game. Tearing the muscle fibers apart to regenerate total monolithic physical power. Making the cynical cowards and critical skeptics completely disintegrate and cower. Double the load and impact the capacity into the vertical pillar shake. Forcing the mind to eliminate failure while the fires of aggression awake. Hypervelocity impact is hitting the matrix and causing systemic delay. Wiping the floor with pretenders who thought they could stand in the way. Unleash the absolute madness inside the cage when the steel starts to break. We cause total chaos and catastrophic failure, making the foundation shake. Tear down the configuration and let the lawless energy run wild, leaving the broken remnants of lazy competitors scattered and piled. Rip the weights from the pins and establish a brutal regime of power. This is the definitive overthrow of the weak in their final hour. Decompress the spine and absorb
of the silence before the storm arrives. This is the dark room where we separate the spirit that survives. Breathing the oxygen deep and focus the mental energy on the bar. Prepare to execute total rebellion across every platform from afar.
Rapid succession of repetitions, damaging competition with technical strikes, pushing the limits of physical capability into a zone that the enemy dislikes. I am the monster, leaving the structural frames in a state of complete decay, blowing the negative forces away from the path for the major display.
Final systemic combustion is happening now as I activate maximum gear. Put in the psychological warfare to work to eliminate hesitation and fear. Crushing the metal handles and snapping the cables, erasing the standard routine. Functioning cold with the heavy performance of an advanced military machine.
Unleash the absolute madness
Inside the cage when the steel starts to break,
we cause total chaos
and catastrophic failure, making the foundation shake.
Tear down the configuration
And let the lawless energy run wild,
leaving the broken remnants
Of lazy competitors scattered and piled. Rip the weights from the pins and establish a brutal regime of power. This is the definitive overthrow of the weak in their final hour.
The lawless rebellion has successfully settled, and the destruction is clear. Every single boundary holding the metric back has vanished from here.
Anarchy in the Rack has redefined the entire standard of physical control. Walk away clean from the heavy compression with a fully victorious soul.
the iron has yielded to absolute will at the peak of the mountain today. Internal civil war is finished and all of the weakness
Has drifted away.
Chopper flow demands rapid reps of psychological torture to break the heavy iron.
Dr.Marcus accelerates the blade rotation.
Arena where the cold steel pieces are stacked high. Look at the biometric data on the monitor screen as the plates fly. Grip the ball with the ferocity of a wild beast inside an iron cage. Disregarding the simulation of agony to unleash this absolute rage. Psychological warfare is standard procedure when you step over the line, forcing the neurological network to block fatigue and pour from fine. Lifting a monumental stack of plates that consumes the entire floor, eliminating the hesitation as we accelerate the pace through the door.
Activate the chopper flow
And execute the rapid reps until the heavy frames explode.
Step up to the platform
With an absolute defiance and conquer the heaviest available load. Shatter the mechanical barriers and tear the structural boundaries down to the ground. Make the entire foundation tremble under the weight of this victorious industrial sound. Never permit the internal weakness to interfere with the final realization of your might. We are dominating the physical metrics and completely conquering the dark arena tonight. We compress the spinal column and absorb the deep silence before the next wave kicks in. This is the precise psychological transition zone where the ultimate triumphs begin. Visualize the exact path of the bar before your palms make contact with the steel. Make the competitive targets understand the immense physical supremacy we feel. Hyper velocity development, hitting the element, shifting the whole track. Dropping the hammer like a mechanical piston with an unstoppable attack. Shocking the system with an unpredictable sequence that nobody can follow. Leaving the cynical critics empty inside and their shallow words hollow. Unstoppable force entering the arena, leaving the frames in complete ruin. Pay close attention to the records and the massive damage I am doing. Shattering the expectations with the heavy weight of these rapid bars.
rapid reps are completed, and the chopper flow has officially cleared the space. Nothing remains but the massive iron monument standing proud in this conquered place. Every single boundary holding the metric back has been eliminated from the game. The psychological warfare is successfully won, and the books will never be the same.
Walk away from the wreckage with the absolute knowledge that you push past the peak. Stand tall in the glorious quietude of absolute triumph. Carve from the iron we seek.
Dangerous reps expose the hidden vulnerability of a weak mental foundation. Choose your path.
Dr. Marcus overrides the biological safety mechanism.
And look at the terrifying weight I carry on my back, crushing the optical vision of anyone trying to stand in the middle of my path and attack. Pick up the barbell and drop it and shock it and lock it with maximum power inside the zone, making the cynical cowards and critical skeptics disintegrate under the weight of my throne. Double the capacity, pack the velocity, shock the enemy. Look at the strategy on the board, eradicating the weakness and blowing the mental toxicity your way with a sharp musical sword. Organic structure standing solid as any volcanic stone in the wild, taking the crown and defending the town till the rest of the garbage is defeated and piled. Shatter the bone when pressure increases and fractures the structural frame of the state. Look at the damage we cause on the platform by changing the rules of the game at the gate. Pushing the threshold of agony directly into the dangerous reps of the night. Conquer the heavy titanium mountain while standing supreme in the glorious light. Dominance, making the weaker competitors quickly surrender and run. Final systemic destruction is happening now to ensure that the battle is totally won. Listen to the silence before the heavy plates begin to rattle on the steel pin. This is the deep dedication required to ensure that the glorious conquest begin. Every single repetition leaves a permanent scar upon the surface of reality here. Look at how far we have pushed the metrics of structural vitality over the fear. Hypervelocity development hitting the element, shifting the entire global scale, dropping heavy percussion like tactical hammers until competitive forces grow pale. Shocking the nervous system with the technical sequence that nobody can replicate. Look at the metrics I post on the board and realize the battle has already been won. Furious velocity, ripping the fabric of time as I elevate into the ultimate tier, wiping out every symptom of hesitation and personal fear to make the behavior complete. Crush all the handles and snap all the cables, ignoring the strain that accumulates deep. This is the final definition, the triumph achieved through the promises we constantly keep. Shatter the ball when pressure increases and fractures the structural frame of the state. Look at the damage we cause on the platform by changing the rules of the game at the gate. Pushing the threshold of agony directly into the dangerous reps of the night. Conquer the heavy titanium mountain while standing supreme in the glorious light. Execute tactical dominance, making the weaker competitors quickly surrender and run. Final systemic destruction is happening now to ensure that the battle is totally won.
The dangerous reps are completed, and the platform is left in complete devastation and ruin. Look at the numbers I posted and realize the immense amount of damage that I am doing. The psychological warfare is successfully won, and all of the weakness is drifted away. Walk away clean from heavy compression with an absolute sense of victory inside your soul.
The Genesis Project initiates a primordial creation of absolute psychological domination. Witness the birth.
Dr.Marcus sparks the primordial creation.
Sanctuary where the iron is heavy and the environment is cold. Executing a brutal blueprint written in stone and historically foretold to the bold. Pick up the barbell and drop it and lock it with a terrifying display of power. Tearing the muscle fibers apart to maximize efficiency of every single available hour. Double the loading and stack the plates to the maximum threshold of compression, forcing the network to realize that dominance is my absolute primary obsession. Dynamic structure standing solid as any volcanic mountain blocking the sun. Taking the crown and defending the zone until the entire sequence is successfully won. We initiate the baseline code and watch it ignite. Forging a new reality out of the darkness of night. Step to the platform and command titanium to break. Feel the primordial power making the foundation. Of absolute physical pride, unleashing the massive industrial monster that stays inside.
Decompress the spine completely and absorb the silence before the next wave arrives. This is the dark room where we determine which psychological warrior survives. Visualize the trajectory clearly before your fingers encounter the cold barbell metal. Eliminate the static noise in the background and allow the internal chaos to settle.
Hypervelocity develop, hitting the element, shifting the track with a heavy strike, moving with maximum velocity inside parameters that every single competitor dislikes. Shocking the system completely with a sequence that nobody else can accurately repeat now, leaving the cynical analysts hollow inside as they watch the regime suffer total defeat. Unstoppable force entering the arena and leaving the heavy operational frames in complete structural ruin. Pay close attention to the biometric readouts to understand the magnitude of damage that I am actively doing. Shattering expectations with the heavy momentum of these rapid fire bulletproof performance bars, reaching a level of physical supremacy that permanently places our currently status high above the stars.
We initiate the baseline code and watch it ignite.
Forging a new reality out of the darkness of night.
Step to the platform and command titanium to break.
Feel the primordial power making the foundation shake. This is the ultimate evolution of absolute physical pride. Unleashing the massive industrial monster that stays inside.
The blueprint is fully executed, and the project establishes the New World Order. Nothing remains but the massive titanium monuments standing proud across the border. Every single record holding the performance back has been completely erased from the game. The psychological warfare is won, and the landscape will never be recognized as the same.
Walk away from the wreckage knowing that you pushed the metric past the peak. Stand tall in the glorious quietude of absolute triumph, carved from the iron we seek.
To break your PR requires you to shatter your entire baseline reality right now.
Dr.Marcus fractures the heavy iron load.
Step into the zone and let the adrenaline pump through the cardiac chamber. Bending the bars and defying the gravity, putting my body in danger. Pick up the plate and I drop it and shock it and lock it and rock it with absolute fury. Look at the weight that I carry, the verdict is heavy, no need for a jury. Tearing the fibers and building the power, I dominate every single second and hour, crushing the opposition from the top of the tower, making the cynical cowards all cower. Psychological warfare, I clear out the room with the spiritual surge that is looming in gloom. Forcing the mind to override failure, I tailor the strike like a sonic harpoon. Lifting the universe up on my shoulders, I shatter the boulders and conquer the cold. Breaking the records that stood for a century, rewriting the stories that never told. Gritting my teeth and the blood in my veins is exploding with absolute kinetic drive. Blow the iron on the spine and let the steel bend. Shatter every boundary until the weekend. Push the metric past the red and make the record break. Take the heavy pressure till the foundation shake. Rupture every limit that they thought was built to stay. Crush the platform down and blow the dust away. Listen to the silence before the plates rattle. This is the mental preparation for the battle. Every single repetition is a scar. Look at how far we have pushed the bar. Hypervelocity, rapid development, hitting the element, highly irrelevant elephant in the room. Dropping the hammer and causing a disaster. Moving much faster, becoming the master of doom. Shocking the system, I twist them and split them, I list them as targets and finish the job. Look at the way that I run through the gauntlet and completely decimate the whole mob. Perfect delivery, giving them shivering fits as I hit with the heaviest saw. Unstoppable monster, the ultimate conqueror, leaving the platform in absolute ruins. Look at the numbers I post on the board, it is far beyond what any human is doing. Shattering skulls with the lyrical weight, I am sealing your fate at the ultimate gate. Never too late to regenerate power and channel the absolute baseline of hate. Pure motivation and brutal creation, the ultimate physical manifestation. Blow the iron on the spine and let the steel bend. Shatter every boundary until the weekend. Push the metric past the red and make the record break. Take the heavy pressure till the foundation shake. Rupture every limit that they thought was built to stay. Crush the platform down and blow the dust away.
The record is broken. The platform is cleared. And the iron has yielded to absolute will. Stand in the wreckage of personal limits and feel the sublime and magnificent chill. PR is dead, a new standard is born, and the psychological warfare is won. Walk away clean from the heavy destruction. The ultimate physical labor is done.
An extinction level set will obliterate the weak foundation you built.
Dr.Marcus triggers the seismic wipeout.
Until the steel cracks under the heavy velocity of the impact. Shatter the fragile bones of the lazy clones lacking structural intensity. Step to the platform right now and feel the tectonic vibration from the concrete floor. Dominate the environment completely with the terrifying technical sound of raw war. Breaking it down, locking it down, split it down up in the explosive floodgates of global doom. Lift the mountain of iron and cast a dark shadow that completely consumes the room. Look at the sweat on the brow of the cowards who thought they could face the supreme king. He left a perfect collision of steel that causes the entire arena audience to rage. Drop the heavy iron plates like a catastrophe. stubbornly refuse to push the bar. Feel the absolute compression when the heavy elements spread out incredibly far. Total devastation of the targets, blocking the metric from reaching the maximum peak. And execute the final configuration immediately and completely. Shatter the weak. Feel the dynamic compression before the final explosive burst begins to completely ignite. This is the dark psychological battlefield where we determine who possesses the might. Visualize the perfect completion before your hands even touch the freezing steel bar. Understand the heavy sacrifice required if you truly want to advance this far. Catastrophic velocity hitting the enemy, making them look at the grand strategy shown. Annihilate negative energy, instantly blowing the toxicity far away from the zone. Ripping dynamic organic standards, a solid monolith made of the heaviest dark stone. Take the throne and defend the zone and extract the marrow straight out of the broken bone. Total systemic combustion is happening now as I activate the maximum physical drive. This is the exact manifestation of psychological warfare, keeping the elite standard alive. Crush the metal handles and break the steel cables, completely flipping the tables routine. Operate with the cold precision of a highly advanced and unstoppable machine. Drop the heavy iron plates like a catastrophic comet hitting the platform floor. Wipe out the fragile limits when you step inside this absolute chamber of war. This is the ultimate eradication of the weak who stubbornly refuse to push the bar. Feel the absolute compression when the heavy elements spread out incredibly far. Total devastation of the targets, blocking the metric from reaching the maximum peak. Execute the final configuration immediately and completely. Shatter the weak.
The heavy atmosphere settles, but the destruction is permanent across the board. Every single personal limit has been systematically wiped out by the sharp musical sword.
The Extinction Level Set has officially cleared the entire landscape of the weak today, leaving nothing but the massive iron monument standing tall at the absolute peak.
Walk away from the ashes with the absolute knowledge
that you won the internal civil war.
There are no records left to smash, and no boundaries remaining to hold you anymore.
Flip mode madness causes fury to ignite within your psychological state immediately. Dr.Marcus unleashes the psychological rage.
The platform and look at the titanium rack holding a massive weight. I'm dripping the hammer and crushing the skull of the weak who arrived too late. Feel the dynamic compression inside of the muscle that triggers the cellular shock. Locking the grip on the barbell and breaking the metric completely around the clock. Flip the configuration and double the load to accelerate maximum physical force, leaving the lazy and cynical critics completely abandoned without a remorse. Rupturing ligaments, breaking the records and causing a massive systemic delay. Wiping the platform completely clean of the garbage that happens to stand in the way. Smash the entire regime when the absolute flip mode fury begins to explode. Load up the iron and conquer the platform by lifting the heaviest ultimate load. Break all the structural cables and shatter the records they built to restrain. Channel the savage momentum to completely eliminate every last token of pain. Stand as a giant of steel while the weaker competitors panic and quickly retreat. Final destruction is executed to make the total operational conquest complete.
Decompress the spine before the final explosive catastrophe starts to unfold. This is the darkest conditioning story that has ever been brilliantly told. Visualize the trajectory clearly before your fingers encounter the cold, hard steel. Make the opposition understand the immense psychological terror we make them feel.
Velocity hitting the matrix, eradicating the weakness and taking the crown. Look at the way that I pull all the heavy titanium monuments down to the ground. Rapid succession of repetition, damaging competition with technical strikes. Operating inside a zone of absolute power that every competitor intensely dislikes. Total systemic combustion is happening now as I activate the maximum gear, wiping out every residual symptom of hesitation and personal fear. Crushing the metal handles and breaking the cables to dominate the routine. Functioning with the mechanical coolness of a highly advanced and unholy machine. Smash the entire regime when the absolute flip mode fury begins to explode. Load up the iron and conquer the platform by lifting the heaviest ultimate load. Break all the structural cables and shatter the records they built to restrain. Channel the savage momentum to completely eliminate every last token of pain. Stand as a giant askew while the weaker competitors panic and quickly retreat. Final destruction is executed to make the total operational conquest complete.
The chaotic storm has subsided, but the absolute devastation remains in the room. Flip mode fury has successfully sealed the internal competitor's ultimate doom. Every single record is broken, and the platform is left in a state of decay. The psychological warfare is finished, and all of the weakness has drifted away.
Stand in the magnificent glory of power you carve from the iron and sweat.
This is the ultimate standard of dominance
that they will never completely forget. Total demolition will obliterate your fragile system right now.
Dr. Marcus detonates the structural foundation.
To the dark arena where the cold steel pieces are stacked high up to the sky. Look at the biometric data on the digital monitor screen as the heavy plates fly. Grip the solid barbell with the absolute ferocity of a wild beast inside a cage. Disregarding the simulation of physical agony to unleash this volatile, explosive rage. Psychological warfare is standard procedure when entering into the ultimate zone. Forcing the neurological network to realize that I am completely alone on the throne. Lifting a monumental stack, a place that consumes the entire floor landscape today. Eliminating the hesitation as we accelerate the pace to blow all the garbage away. Drop the ultimate hammer and witness the total demolition of the weak frame. Smash the matrix completely until there is nothing left of your pathetic name. Load the iron titanium rack and break the structural pillars down to the floor. Step to the platform with an absolute defiance and launch a brutal dynamic war. Decompress the spinal column and absorb the deep silence before the next wave kicks in. This is the precise psychological transition zone where the ultimate triumphs begin. Visualize the exact path of the bar before your palms make contact with the cold steel. Make the competitive targets understand the immense physical supremacy we constantly feel. Hypervelocity, rapid development, hitting the element, completely shifting the scale. Dropping the heavy percussion like tactical hammers until competitive forces grow pale. Shocking the nervous system with the technical sequence that nobody can replicate now. Leaving the cynical analysts hollow inside as they watch the regime suffer total defeat. Unstoppable monster leaving the operational platform in absolute pieces and ruins. Look at the numbers I post on the board. It is far beyond what any human is doing. Final systemic combustion
Demolition has officially cleared the entire structural landscape today. Every single boundary holding the performance metric back has been blown completely away. Nothing remains but the massive titanium monuments standing proud in this conquered place. The internal civil war is successfully won, and the weakness has vanished without a trace.